Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Anna.
We're the Hutchinsons.
We own Hutchinson Maple Products in Lake Paul, Nova Scotia, and we're the largest certified organic maple producers in the province of Nova Scotia.
For over 21 years on the road running a successful trucking business, we've had quite a journey that has taken us home here to Hutchinson Acres.
This is our story.
It's the beginning of April and things are busy in the kitchen. Bottling for the pure infused maple syrup is in full swing. Orders are coming in and things are not slowing down. The sugar bush is a different story. The temperatures are staying warm and the buds are coming out. Once the buds are fully out, the maple season sadly comes to an end. At the cookhouse, Mark and Riley are currently cooking the last of the syrup before things start shutting down.
This is the end of our maple season this year. It actually ended a couple of days ago.
It's an early end to the season, one of the earliest they have had at Hutchinson's. Short seasons are an issue for all maple producers in the region. The winters have been increasingly milder.
It's a week to 2 weeks earlier. The longest we've ever gone is the first day in May, and so we're 2.5 to 3 weeks short of the longest period. Normally in this area we're in the 3rd and 4th week of this month, and our season is usually over. So generally it's the end of April. This is the mid-early part of April. This is probably a week to 2 weeks earlier than it should be. The season this year was much different. It was down considerably. There's several reasons for it being down. One is, of course, weather, climate change. It does make a difference. Some years it will have a negative impact. This is one of them. Last year it impacted us a little bit. I suspect going forward it will continue to impact us.
Hutchinson's Maple Products have been trying to combat these early end to the seasons that they have been noticing, with trying to extend the season on the other end.
What we have been experimenting with the last few years is tapping early in November actually, and in December. And we're finding we're getting some good runs in those months, whereas 10, 20 years ago, it freezes up in the fall, early winter, and stays that way. Well, today our winters are open. It's allowed us an opportunity to tap early, and produce syrup, not only in the month of December, but through January and February every time we have a thaw. This is not something that is easily done. There is some issues that have to be resolved. You've got to be a much better manager of your sugar bush in order to do it. We get a lot of issues with taps being pushed out with freezing and thawing. Bacteria gets to be an issue if things aren't kept tight. You start losing vacuum, you're allowing bacteria to enter your system, and it will shorten your season. So there is pitfalls to it, but we're learning as we go.
With the last of the maple syrup cooked, it's time to shut down the cookhouse for the season. Everything is given a good cleaning. The RO machines are put through an extensive wash, and the evaporator is scrubbed out thoroughly.
So once all the sap is emptied, everything is scrubbed down, then we start pulling our taps here in a couple of days. And that usually takes us close to a month, and each tap has to be pulled. The tip is actually cut off, and next year we will put a new one on. And then the process goes to work in cleaning up our evaporator building. Then everything goes in for a deep cleaning with pressure washers, and every part is taken apart. It's a several-day process, but it's the end of the season and everything needs to be cleaned. So after we do a real good cleaning in here and get everything ready for next year, then we start doing things for next year's season. We will service all of these pumps. Pumps have to be started every month, not only the generators but the vacuum pumps, to make sure that they stay in operation. You know, oils are circulated. If these things aren't done and addressed, then you'll have some major issues the longer things are left unattended.
As the pumps are shut down one by one, the season comes to an end.
Now what we do is get everything ready, and hopefully next year we're going to have a much better year.
Next week on Hutchinson Acres, we take a walk through the woods with CJ as she talks about the conservation efforts of the sugar bush.